Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I achieved this makeup look right here. I recently made the switch to Seint Beauty. These palettes are totally customizable. Everything I need to do my makeup is in this palette. Look at this. There's my powders. It's crazy, and I'm so excited to share this with you guys today and to kind of use this video as a guide to anybody who has purchased this makeup from me as well. I'm going to share how I apply it, how to contour, how to blend, all of that jazz in this video. I'm going to share my favorite brushes. I'm going to share my favorite eyeshadow colors, all of that. Before we dive on into the makeup tutorial, let me just kind of share a little bit about what this crazy makeup palette is, because I'm sure if you're not familiar with Seint, you're probably like, what is this? So this makeup is a cream-based makeup. These are all creams for my face. You don't need anything else. Everything you need to do your makeup is in this palette, which is just incredible to me. So the first thing you're going to want to do to get set up with what colors to go with is get color matched, and that's actually something I can help you with. I would be honored to help you with. It's so easy to do. So in order to get color matched, all you have to do is send me 2 makeup-less selfies showcasing your beautiful skin in natural light so I can see what shades are going to work best for you. It's very simple. So I'm going to leave my forum down below in the description box if you do want to get color matched. Just fill out that form for me and make sure you attach your photos, and I will get back to you within 48 hours with a color match. So once you receive your color match, you can go shop yourself on their website, buy what you'd like to buy, and you'd have those recommendations that I have given to you, so you kind of know where to start. When you get color matched, I'm going to share 2 highlights with you. The very first highlight is going to be your all over color. So you're going to apply your first highlight very lightly all over your face, and then you'll go in with your second highlight, which is also known as your concealer. This is mine right here, and that's what's going to pop your eyes and help brighten your face. So like under your eyes, on your nose, your T-zone, that's where you're going to want to use your second highlight. I'm also going to color match you with a contour. The contour is going to act kind of as your shadow, so you're going to want to use that in your cheekbones, your nose, your forehead. You can do under your chin. And then I'm always going to recommend the Bella Bronzer. The Bella Bronzer just really helps warm things up. So these are my cream Illuminators. I have 2 of them and I kind of go back and forth, but these are great just to add on top of your cheekbones. Not necessary, but something you could always add just to step up your makeup game and make it a little bit more fun. And then over here, I have my lip and cheek colors, and you're definitely gonna want a lip and cheek color. So we're gonna build this palette together really fast. This is the smaller palette. This just holds 4 items, your essentials in my opinion. And when you order your makeup, they come in these little tins just like this. So these tins are magnetic, like I said, and they just pop right on in there just like that. So I've had a lot of questions asking about what would be an essential, and this is what I'd say would be your absolute bare minimum essentials, your 2 highlights, your contour, and your blush. I really would recommend adding the bronzer too, but that is totally up to you. The other thing that I would highly recommend is a brush. And I know so many people have been like, I have so many brushes, I don't need any more makeup brushes. But let me just tell you why you need these makeup brushes. First of all, these makeup brushes are dual-sided. So you're getting 2 brushes in one, which means less things to carry. You have your makeup and you have your brush. That's it. There's nothing else, no digging in your makeup bag. These makeup brushes are designed to pick up the cream product and apply it to your face. Using the correct brush helps you use less product, it helps you blend better, and I would highly recommend getting the brush that complements the makeup whenever you are buying new makeup. I have a couple of brushes here that I use for my face. I would say the blush and bronzer is one of my favorites, and I think you could easily do your entire face with the blush and bronzer, but I also really like the detail brush for contouring and for your second highlight to pop the color under your eye. You guys are going to see me use these for the first time today in this tutorial. This is the 3D brush, which this brush works really good. These sides are super dense, so it picked up a lot of product and applied it way easier than the blush and bronzer, I'd say. So I did really like this. And then this is the buff brush, and this was really nice for contouring. You guys will see how well it picks up the product and puts it on my face. Anyways, there are different sizes of compacts just depending on how much product you're getting. You always want to keep your creams and powders separate. So for me, I have my creams on top. This is the 16, and then I have my powders on the bottom, although I do have 2 creams because I wanted to keep them in my palette. I recommend at least getting the 8 palette because you can keep them separate. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into this tutorial so you guys can see how I achieve this look. Okay, let's get started with my makeup now. So anyways, my main highlight is Wheat, and then my second highlight is White Peach. And then for my contour, I have Indigo. Think of your contour as your shadow. So This one's actually slightly warm, but it's gonna be more of like a shadowy look. So in order to warm that up on your face, you're gonna wanna add some bronzer. And the Bella bronzer is absolutely amazing. I love adding the Bella bronzer. Above my Bella bronzer, I have my Rose Gold Illuminator, my Pearl Illuminator, and then I have a couple of the lip and cheek colors. Okay, so I'm gonna use my 3D brush today, and I'm gonna start with my main highlight color. So I'm just gonna start applying this all over my face. Ooh, I like this brush. I feel like it picks up a lot of product, and it does not need to all be blended yet. We're gonna go back through and blend everything. Right now I'm just trying to pick up the product and put it on my face. And you guys can see I have some breakouts here. I want to show you just how easy this is to cover up some of those breakouts. I don't use a color corrector. I mean, you can, but I don't personally, because I feel like this makeup covers it enough. But if you have really bad blemishes, there are things that I could recommend for you to do as a color corrector too. So now I'm gonna go back and just kind of get this all blended out. So we're gonna make sure we're really going into our hairline, and I'm just gonna take circular motions very gently. You don't need to press down hard, just all over my face. Okay, so I put the first highlight all over my face. Now I'm gonna go in with my buff brush, and I'm gonna apply my contour. I know contouring can be scary, but I promise you it's not, especially with this makeup. It's so forgiving. It's so easy to just blend out if you mess up. So you guys don't worry about this. I promise it's way easier than it sounds, especially when you're using this makeup. I'm gonna use the larger side of the buff brush, and I'm just gonna dip it into my contour indigo. And I love these brushes because they just don't waste the makeup. The makeup goes from the brush to your face. I am going to put my contour on my cheeks first. And the way you wanna do your contour is you're gonna start in your hairline and bring it down right on top of your cheekbone. So I have always made the mistake of applying my contour too low, which kind of brings your face down. And I've recently learned how important it is to actually start it up a little bit higher. I used to like suck in my cheeks, and then I'd put my contour right here, and that is how I did my contour. And ever since I started doing it this way, I feel like my cheeks have got a lift. It just pushes things up doing it this way and really accents my cheekbone. Anyways, so we're gonna start kind of right here, and we're gonna bring it down to like the center of my eye. So you can pat it. Again, I'm not familiar with this brush, so we're gonna learn together. Scary, right? Does that look scary? Wow, this product goes on so good with this brush. Okay, so don't worry, like I know that seems like a lot, but it's not, I promise. So we're just gonna kind of pat that down, and then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Need a little bit more product. This is gonna go on my forehead. So I have a big forehead, so when you're applying contour, my goal is to kind of minimize it a little bit. So I am going to add my contour right up here. And again, I know this looks scary, but don't worry, it's really not. Literally anybody can do this. And then I'm not gonna dip my brush back in my contour. I'm just literally gonna take the rest of the product and just move it along my jawline. So as you can see, the product is like basically off the brush. It's crazy. I'm gonna go back to my tried and true, the detail brush for my nose contour, and I'm gonna use the small side, just dip that in a little bit. And I love to contour my nose. I feel like it just adds so much more dimension and depth to your face, and it's such an easy step to add into your routine, and it's honestly so easy to do. So I am just gonna bring my brush right down the side of my nose. So see where my nostril's at? I'm gonna take that and use that as like a line. And again, this is gonna look super scary at first. Okay, so crazy, right? Sorry if you hear any barking. We just had food delivered from Grubhub. Anyways, so I'm gonna go back through and now blend it. I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is to blend. I'm actually gonna use my blush and bronzer brush to blend it. I'm just gonna gently tap into it. Don't be afraid to move the product around. And whenever you're blending, you wanna always move your brush up. So just like this. Gonna kind of tap in. Do you guys see how easy and effortless that is to blend it though? Like I've barely done anything and it's already blended. Like seriously, it's so easy. So easy. I told you, contouring does not have to be scary at all. Next, we're gonna move in with my forehead, and again, I'm just gonna gently dab and blend it up. And this makeup seriously just melts into your skin. It doesn't feel cakey, it doesn't feel heavy. You're not even using that much product, which is saving you money in the long run. And look how easy that is. Like seriously, you cannot get easier than that. So next we're gonna do my nose, because I know it's kind of crazy. I like to use the fluffy side of my bronzer and blush brush, and I like to just kind of squeeze it like this, and I like to just gently blend, because I do like my nose just to be a little bit more defined. So you guys see how like easy that is? It's crazy. Do the same thing to the other side. I am going to define my contour just a little bit more on this side, and then we'll go back and blend some more. Okay, so you can already see how I'm creating this illusion of a cheekbone. So I like to give the illusion that I have more of a cheekbone than I actually do, I guess. So next we're gonna go in, let's do our blush. Yeah, let's add some blush. I'm gonna use my blush and bronzer brush again. And today we're gonna use the color Sandstone. Again, this is one of my favorites. It's very pigmented, so this is gonna last me forever. It's also beautiful on your lips. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of product. I'm gonna try to go a little bit heavier today, just since I am on camera and the camera can wash me out a little bit sometimes. This is also a pro tip that I just learned. When you smile and then put blush on your cheekbone, it looks beautiful, but then when you stop smiling, it drops. And that's not what you want. So don't smile when you're putting on your blush, just leave your face just like this, and we're just gonna apply the blush kind of like right above the contour, just like this. So again, you do not need a lot of product. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side, and this side is a little bit dark, so I'm just gonna flip my brush over, blend that out just a little bit more. So we have our main highlight, we have our contour, we have our blush, and now I'm gonna go in with some bronzer, my favorite step. So I'm gonna use Bella Bronzer. Bella Bronzer is just so pretty. I'm gonna use my fluffy side of the brush, and I'm gonna kind of squeeze it right here for this area, and I'm just gonna kind of gently add this to where I applied the contour. So all over my face, wherever there's contour, bronzer is gonna go. And I'm also gonna kind of blend it into my hairline over here. And the other thing I like to do is I like to add bronzer to my neck. So we're just gonna kind of go in here, move the product around, and give my neck just a little bit more color. And while we're doing this, we can also kind of blend that contour that I had put on my jawline. Okay, do you see how I have dimension to my face now? When you don't contour your face, it is very, very flat. And that is why I love the power of contour. It just brings so much more life to your face, dimension to your face, depth to your face. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with my second highlight color. I have not done this yet, and you guys are gonna see what a difference this makes. So my second highlight color is called White Peach, and I love this for just popping up my eyes and waking them up a little bit, adding even more dimension. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of product, and I'm gonna use the 3D brush. I've never used the 3D brush with this, so I'll let you guys know what I think. But this is just gonna kind of go right under my eye, and you guys will see how this just kind of cleans up any like extra bronzer or whatever that I would have gotten right under my eye. This will just help kind of tie everything together. So first I'm just gonna start clean up like that, and then I'm just gonna bring that product right inside. And actually I need a little bit more. So we're just gonna bring this right under my eye, and you do not want to use a bunch of product here. In my opinion, I have some creasing under my eye, and if you have creasing too, if you use too much product here, it can crease. And so to prevent that, don't use more product than you need. You definitely do not need a lot, but you can already see how it is just really tying everything together. So, and making my eye pop a little bit more. So, and I might need to blend this a little bit more, but we'll do that here in a second. And here I'm just kind of dabbing. You don't want to move it around too much. In my opinion, you just want to kind of pat it on, just a little bit of product. I'm going to go back to my big fluffy blush and bronzer brush, and I'm just going to gently move the product up to blend it into my nose contour. Okay, now my favorite part is I'm gonna add my second highlight right down the center of my nose, but first I had already used my detail brush and I used this to contour my nose. I'm gonna clean this off really fast. This is an important step for sanitary reasons and also just so you get the true color where you want it. So I use Seint's brush cleaner. This brush cleaner is fantastic. It dries super fast. It's super easy to use. All you do is spray a couple sprays onto a paper towel, and then I'm just gonna take this brush and move it around just like that, and that is going to clean my brush super fast and easy. So now I can go through and use this for my highlight that I was wanting to do for my nose. So we're just gonna literally take this down the center of my nose, my lightest highlight color, and we're also going to bring this highlight up and kind of fan it out just like this. And you can add a little bit here and a little bit on your chin. So I'm just gonna go through with my blush and bronzer brush again, and I'm just gonna gently blend. Okay, so you guys can kind of see what's going on here. I am next gonna go in with some Illuminator, and Illuminator is also known as highlighter in the makeup world. Seint calls it Illuminator. So I actually use both of the cream-based Illuminators. However, they're very subtle and sometimes I want more of a shimmer. So I just purchased some of the powder Illuminators. I'll report back, and I'm really excited to use those for when I want more of a glow. But right now I'm just gonna take Rose Gold, the cream illuminator, and I am just gonna apply this right on top of where I have my blush, I guess. Just gonna go right on top there. And we're gonna also bring it just above, and I'm just using my finger here. And then I'm gonna go in with Pearl, and you guys can kind of see it's a little mixed together because I kind of go through and use both. And I'm just gonna gently add some of that too. So I prefer to have more of a glowier look on my face. I feel like it just looks more natural. I feel like it doesn't dry out my acne that I do have because I have some acne here and on my neck. I feel like it just covers it better. But I do want to set just a little bit under my eyes because otherwise I will crease just a tiny bit. So in order to prevent the creasing, you want to just carefully set it. You don't want to move product around. So it's going to be very important that the technique that you use here is not messing up the highlight that you did. This brush is just a random brush that I had. I need to get one of the powder brushes from Seint, but I am just gonna go in with Vanilla Dust. Vanilla Dust is a translucent powder from Seint, and I love it that it's just in my kit. So you could really use whatever translucent powder, but like I said, I just love the convenience that I have it right here. So I'm just gonna use this little brush, and I'm just gonna carefully dab right under my eye. Wherever I added that second highlight, that is where I'm gonna set. Working on my brows next because it bothers me when I have a full face of makeup and my brows are not done. So we're gonna start on brows, and for brows I'm gonna use the bottom side of my compact where my powders are at. So Bird is good for blondes. It's really good for like a really natural brow look, but I always tend to go towards the darker colors. So Oak is actually like what I mainly use, and to apply it I use the line brush. Where's my line brush? There it is. To apply it I use the line brush, which looks just like this. These eyeshadows are very pigmented, so a little goes a long way. This brush is perfect for your brows. It's perfect for eyeliner. I'm just gonna go in and start building my brow, and I'm gonna start from like the center and move this way first, and then I'm gonna kind of feather it in. When you're doing your brows, it should be darkest on the tail, and then it should fade to be lighter. You don't want your entire brow to be the same shade. I'm starting to move more inward now. For this part of my brow, I'm gonna feather it up. So I do want to get like a fresh coat on my brush, tap it so there's not extra product, and I'm just gonna kind of feather it just like this. And it's okay if you mess up, we'll go back and clean it up. So we're just gonna feather it up to make it look just a little bit more natural. My eyebrows are microbladed, so it's nice that I have the shape already to follow. because my hair on my eyebrows are super blonde. But just because you have microbladed eyebrows doesn't mean you're not going to want to put makeup in them to make them a little bit darker when you are doing a full face of makeup. So anyways, now I'm just going to go through and kind of feather them out just like that. I also just ordered the brow wax from Seint, and I'm really excited to try it because I really like the boy brow look where the wax will just kind of help keep my hairs in place. So I'm looking forward to trying that. So as you can see, brows make all the difference. So one brow done, let's do the other side. Okay, so brows are looking better. I'm gonna go back with my detail brush, use my second highlight, the lighter one, and I am just gonna go through and add just a little bit right under my eye, just like this, just to kind of clean them up a little bit. I'm gonna use my perfector sponge and just kind of blend that. We have brows, we have our face done. I'm gonna do my lips next, and then I'm gonna do my eyes. I know I go like totally out of order, but that's just how I work. So to do your lips, there's a million different ways to do it. I'm gonna share with you the easiest way that I do it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go in and I totally just stabbed my finger in my contour. You guys didn't see that, but I am gonna go in and use my contour to line my lips. This brush is called the multitasker brush. It's great for lips. I lined my lips really fast, but I also just noticed I'm gonna blend this just a little bit more. Okay, lips look a little dark, but I'm gonna do a nude lip today. So I'm gonna use a new color that I just got in. This is called Nude. Yeah, this is the color Nude. So I'm gonna flip my multitasker brush to the wider side, and we're gonna try this color today. This is a matte color, I believe. And we're just gonna apply this color right over the contour. Like the perfect nude color. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my Illuminator Rose Gold really fast, put a little bit on my finger, and I am just going to add some to the center of my lips to give my lips some dimension. So right there and right here, just kind of gently blend it out. But do you see how that just brought like some more dimension to my lips? So I love doing that. It's just like a really simple step. Anyways, next we're gonna move on to my eyes. I do have eyelash extensions, but I'm in major need of a fill right now. So we're gonna go a little bit darker just to kind of cover up the fact that I need my lashes filled. But first things first is I am gonna brush them out really fast. So this eyeshadow brush is awesome to have on hand too. It has a fluffier side over here and then more of a detailed side over here. I do my entire eye with this eyeshadow brush. The first thing I'm gonna do is just add some of the vanilla dust, the setting powder. I'm just gonna gently cover this over my lid to kind of soak up any oils that might be up there, and then also I'm gonna use this to kind of set right under my eyebrow. I'm gonna start with Sabrina, and Sabrina is this really light beige color, and I'm just gonna kind of add that all over my eye. Okay, one of my favorite colors is Zion, which is this kind of like red color. It's so pretty on so many different skin tones. I feel like everybody can use this color. It's just so beautiful, especially if you want a warmer eye, get Zion. So I'm gonna use this and kind of apply this right above where my lid crease is. And we're gonna kind of go heavier on the corner of my eye and then blend it in gently. So see how I'm kind of moving the product up. You always want to blend up, always blend up. And then we're just gonna blend that in. And then I'm also gonna take Zion and I'm going to bring that under my lash line as well. So we're gonna kind of bring it to the center of my eye. And then we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. But you can already see how this color is really tying in everything and waking up my eyes. So I love Zion, it's so beautiful. This is the shade Bubba. So it's this guy right here. It's like a warmer shade of brown, and I'm gonna use my fluffy side. Had to decide there. I'm gonna get a little bit of product, tap, so there's not a lot of fall, and we're gonna go into the crease with this color. You can kind of see how this is just adding a little bit more of a warmth. I always tend to go towards like the warmer eyes, the oranges, the reds. Those are my favorite colors to go with. When I was building my palette for Seint, I really love the, what's it called? The Heat palette or something like that from Urban Decay. And I wanted something similar. And that is how I kind of built my eyeshadow palette is by looking at the Urban Decay one. But the good thing about Seint makeup is, you know, when you guys buy like palettes and there's like, I don't know, 10 different eyeshadow colors and you use like 4 of them, and then you want to replace those colors, but you have all of this other product that is wasted because you don't use those colors. That's why I like Seint, because when you run out of your favorite color, you just replace it. You don't have to buy an entire palette. For $12, you can get your favorite color and just replace that. So that is why I love being able to build my own palette. Okay, so here's what we have going on so far. Next, I am going to use the smaller side and I am going to apply this color right here. Crush is my favorite lid color. So it is this shimmery, it's one of the shimmery ones. It's this orangey color right here. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of that right on top of my lid. And then we're also going to bring this in the corner of my eye. And then it's gonna meet that Zion and that Bubba color that I had going halfway. So that is going to get blended together now. Okay, next I'm just gonna go back to Sabrina, the very first color that I used, and I'm gonna add that to the inner corner of my eyes as well, just to lighten it up just a little bit more. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. I don't always do this, but I am gonna add some mascara to my lower lash line today because I do have lash extensions, but because I need a fill, I just wanna darken my eyelashes a little bit. So I'm gonna add some mascara to my under eye. I'm using the Estee Lauder Extreme Black, and it's the Sumptuous Extreme Mascara. I really don't wear mascara anymore since I do get my lashes done, but sometimes, like I said, I like to apply it just to the bottom of my lash line. Okay, so just added a little bit of mascara to my bottom eye. You guys can kind of see the difference, see how it kind of just completes it. So I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. And then the final thing you could do is set your face. I don't have anything right now to set my face. I need to get something. And I know Seint has a wonderful setting spray, so that is definitely gonna be my next purchase, but that is it. That is my complete makeup look when I'm doing a full face of makeup. Here's like a really up close shot so you can see how the makeup sets on my face. You can see I have some breakouts here that are covered up really nicely. There's still some texture because that's just my skin, but this makeup just melts into your face and it looks incredibly natural, and that is why I love it. Anyway, so I hope this video was helpful to any of you guys who have already purchased the makeup and are trying to figure out how to wear it, or anybody who is interested in trying Seint makeup out. I hope this video was able to guide you and kind of give you some ideas of how everything works and how to apply it. Switching to a cream makeup does take some practice. It does take some getting used to, but once you switch, I swear you're never gonna go back. It is seriously the best makeup in my opinion, and I wish I would have switched earlier. So if you want to get started with Seint makeup, I'm gonna leave my form down below. You guys can fill that out, attach 2 makeupless selfies, and I will get back to you within 48 hours with a customized palette for you. I'm gonna help you figure out what colors are going to go best with your skin tone. We're gonna figure out your highlights, your contour. We'll figure out all of that and get you set up. So then you can go onto the website and order it yourself and figure out like what you wanna get, but at least you'll have a direction of where to start. And then once you get your makeup in, if you're having troubles, if you have any questions at all, just reach out to me. I'm happy to help guide you and help you figure out how to achieve the look you're wanting. As always, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little makeup tutorial, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.